What's the difference between a mature person and an immature person? Well, first of all, hope that we can all agree that there is a difference between like a toddler and a responsible adult, because otherwise, why would we grow up? Okay, so what characterizes a toddler? Well, a toddler is characterized by possession by a sequence of whims. Okay, so why is that counterproductive? Well, because the toddler wants what he wants right now, no matter what. Okay, so what does that mean, no matter what? It means no matter what it costs his future self, and no matter what it costs other people. Okay, so why is that bad? Well, if you betray your future self, you die. And if you can't get along with other people, then you die. You can't engage in reciprocal altruism, for example. So what you try to do when you socialize children is that you extend their purview so that as their cortex integrates, they're able to regulate their impulsive whim in accordance with their future self and with other people, right? So that's like the definition of maturity.
We all know someone who looks like an adult but acts like a child. Maybe it's the coworker who sulks when they don't get their way, the friend who explodes over a minor slight, or the partner who shuts down instead of talking things through. Or maybe, if we're honest, we recognize these behaviors in ourselves. The strange truth is that emotional maturity doesn't come with age. You can be 50 with the emotional intelligence of a toddler, or 20 with the wisdom of someone twice your age. The real measure of growth isn't how many years you've lived, but how you handle disappointment, frustration, and heartache. So how do you know if you're emotionally mature? Ask yourself one simple question. What do I do when someone lets me down? The 3 signs of emotional immaturity. Most of us respond to emotional pain in one of 3 childish ways. 1. We sulk. Instead of speaking up, we stew in silence, secretly hoping the other person will read our minds. It's the emotional equivalent of a toddler who can't yet talk but expects their parent to just know why they're crying. The problem? Adults aren't mind readers. If we don't communicate, we guarantee our pain goes unnoticed and unresolved. 2. We get furious. Ever seen someone scream over a tiny mistake? That rage isn't strength, it's fear. Deep down, furious people feel powerless. Their anger is a desperate and ineffective attempt to regain control. But true strength doesn't need to shout. 3. We go cold. Some of us deal with hurt by pretending we don't care. We shut down, act indifferent, or even convince ourselves we're fine, when really we're just too scared to admit how much something matters. But emotional numbness isn't maturity, it's self-abandonment. The 3 marks of emotional maturity. Growing up emotionally means replacing these reactions with something better. 1. The ability to explain. Mature people don't expect others to guess their feelings. They articulate them. They know that saying, "This hurt me, and here's why," isn't weakness. It's the only way to fix a problem. 2. The ability to stay calm. Emotionally mature. People don't assume the worst or lash out at the first sign of trouble. They give others the benefit of the doubt because they trust themselves enough not to take everything personally. 3. The ability to be vulnerable. The strongest people aren't afraid to say, "This matters to me." They accept that love and pain go hand in hand, and they'd rather risk honesty than live behind a wall of fake indifference. The 3 virtues. We need to learn. These skills boil down to 3 essential traits: communication, trust, and vulnerability. If you had emotionally healthy role models, you might have learned these naturally. But if you didn't, you're not doomed. You just have some catching up to do. Emotional maturity is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice. So if you recognize your younger self in the sulking, the fury, or the coldness, don't despair. Growing up emotionally isn't about shame, it's about awareness. And the first step to change is realizing there's a better way. The good news? It's never too late to learn. You just have to be willing to go back to school, the school of your own heart. Class is in session. Are you ready to graduate?